And we begin with drastic moves to combat subway crime in the nation's largest city.
Anyone looking to do harm or spread fear on our subways, you will be caught. Plain and simple. There will be consequences. This has to end. New Yorkers deserve no less. And to those who are feeling anxious whenever they walk through those turnstiles, we will stop at nothing to keep you safe, you and your family members, and restore your peace of mind.
Well, New York Governor Kathy Hochul revealing her plan, deploying more than 700 members of the National Guard to help combat violence in New York City subways. The city's mayor, Eric Adams, bringing that number to 1,000 as he sends another 250 state and MTA officers underground. Now, aside from an increase in law enforcement, riders can also expect to walk through high-tech metal detectors at some stations, along with reinstituted random bag checks before they step onto an MTA train. The heightened security to try to curb increasing violent crime with brutal attacks inside the subway system, where crime has spiked over 13% last year. Let's bring in Bill Stanton, a former NYPD officer, also a safety and security expert. Bill, great to speak to you. Before we get into the details, we heard Governor Hochul there say it's about bringing back peace of mind. Do you think that can happen?
Nichole, let me put it to you this way. I think the train has already left the station on that thought. I think this is a big mistake for various reasons.
All right. Well, you can't stop there, Bill. Why is this a mistake?
Well, I mean, how are we going to do this? Are we going to do it like the TSA random checks? Because last time I checked, when they tell you to go to the airport, they tell you to get there 2 hours early. So are we supposed to go to the train station 2 hours ahead of time before we hit rush hour? Now, random checks, why not focus on the criminal? So are we going to profile people? Are we going to random check people? Or are we going to do everybody? As you see on the screen, cops are being attacked and the assailants are rarely, if ever, getting prosecuted. And when they are, there's minimal sentence, if any. So we're addressing symptoms, not the root causes, in my opinion.
Yeah, and as we see the video, I mean, cops certainly are being attacked, but it's also, just random subway goers there. We're looking at a performer who was attacked, says he's no longer going to be doing his performances. How is something like this instituted? And you kind of alluded to this, Bill. I mean, how is it even done fairly? Because I can already see people saying, hey, you're targeting certain groups.
Right. I mean, so there's so many ways for this to go bad because, so let's, for instance, if we were to check the databases and get the age, and the type of prototypical assailant, whatever background that is, that's going to be viewed in a negative way. Now, are we going to be pulling over 90-year-old grannies with a walker to go through their bag, tying up even more pedestrian traffic? It is a free-for-all. And it's not so much that they're afraid of the cops, which they're not. It's there is no fear of prosecution. There's no fear of going to jail. And it's enforcing the laws already on the books that will make these criminals be deterred from committing said crime, again, in my opinion.
And again, I know you said that there's really no fear of consequences. What else do you think is behind this rise in transit crime? Because it has been documented, it is real, and many times it's so random. It can happen to anyone.
Well, there's a simple answer. Where do predators go? They go where the prey congregates. So where are the most sheep being fallen prey to the jackals and the wolves? The train station. It's population dense, minimal cops, minimal law enforcement, and they can pick and choose the weakest amongst us. And that's what they go for. The predators go for the people that they think they can get away with the easiest exit and the least amount of physical deterrence. And that needs to stop.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.